I'm not surprised that the Auditor General and the Controller of Budget have both come out to tell Kenyans that SHA, which is running the healthcare system in Kenya, has not been remitting this money for the purposes it's supposed to.
Tonight we begin with the shocking revelations contained in a report by the Auditor General raising queries over the technology system running the controversial healthcare scheme SHA. The Auditor General has raised the red flag of a shadowy account run by the suppliers of the system where 2.5% of SHA members' contributions is remitted on either daily or weekly basis without Kenya's approval.
So all the money that you guys have been contributing, 2.5% has been remitted either daily or weekly without fail to some other source in an account that is not known. Where is this money going? So here you are contributing without fail, and all those contributions, 2.5% of all contributions that Kenyans are making to SHA are all going to some foreign entity.
I need to bring out the fact here that there is a lot of money that does not pass through the COB. The Housing Fund, the SHIF, like you have seen, the Railway Development Fund, the Petroleum Levy, all these funds are operated outside the consolidated fund and therefore not part of what I approve.
So all this money that is trickling from SHA, who exactly is benefiting? These are questions that Kenyans should ask themselves. And every time you see the president or you see any cabinet secretary, either in the Ministry of Health or whichever ministry, campaigning for everyone to register for SHA, ask yourself this question. Where is the 2.5% going to? And this is why even private hospitals have decided to abandon this ship.
Day 2 of the SHA boycott, and patients are bearing the brunt as private hospitals continue to reject credit arrangements.
Because the money is not remitted to these hospitals, and therefore you are not receiving the service. And you hear the CEO of SHA saying things like this.
We still have a whole 8,000 facilities out here which are offering services. If there is any member who is being turned away because of one reason or the other, then, like I said, we will invoke the whatever clauses that are in our contracts.
This is the CEO of SHA saying if you don't get services from private hospitals, go to public hospitals. You will find the services. Which services? They are taking all this money away from Kenya, and they are taking it without the consent of Kenyans. Listen.
The Auditor General has raised the red flag of a shadowy account run by the suppliers of the system where 2.5% of SHA members' contributions is remitted on either daily or weekly basis without Kenya's approval.
And it's not only SHA. The Controller of Budget isn't able to account for any money that you guys are contributing for the Housing Fund. No one can account for that money. And that's not all. Also, the Petroleum Levy. She has no idea where that money is going to.
The Housing Fund, the SHIF, like you have seen, the Railway Development Fund, the Petroleum Levy, all these funds are operated outside the consolidated fund and therefore not part of what I approve.
So all these monies that are not really being accounted for in Kenya, and it's the same, those projects, the Housing Fund, Petroleum Levy, and SHA, these are the things that the government is constantly talking about.
Kujisajili ni bure. Unasema jina yako ni mama fulani, mzee fulani, watoto wangu ni fulani na fulani, na ya kuweza kupanga mambo yenu ya matibabu. Tuweze kujua hospitali hii wananchi wake wa hapa ni wangapi. Tuweze kuhakikisha ya kwamba kuna wauguzi wa kutosha.
So all these things that you see the president pushing so hard, saying register for SHA, make sure the housing levy, this amount, these houses will go to you guys. All these things are lies. If the Control of Budget cannot account for this money and where it is going to, so you as a Kenyan who is trusting and believing that SHA is for your benefit, you as a Kenyan who is believing the Housing Fund, housing levy that is being remitted every month by salaried Kenyans, and you believe that that house one day will be yours, who are you lying to? These are the things that make you really wonder, because if the president can be able to contribute 120 million Kenya shillings in order to fund a church, and his salary is 1.4 million. So you ask yourself, how will the president deduct more than 18 months of his salary and give to a church? How does that even happen? If you are able to find out where all this money from SHA, 2.5% every day that you contribute goes to, we will be able to answer so many questions that we have about all these contributions and harambees that are happening in our country. There's no way that all of a sudden our president can be able to afford 20 million and friends who I'm sure are government officials will be able to afford 100 million just by the blink of an eye to support a church. Ask yourself, guys. There's a lot that is happening and there's a lot that is being stolen from Kenya. And one day we will unravel all these things. One day.